What's up, gearheads? You know, these days it seems like you can go to YouTube and find a how-to video on like just about anything. It's crazy. One thing you don't see a lot of videos on though is how would you properly ship a transmission or a gear set or engine components even, because sometimes you just got to do that. Well, I'm going to show you a foolproof way. The reason we came up with this is we see so much damage in shipping. I mean, stuff will get here eaten through the side of the box, dinged up chrome, broken shafts even. It's crazy what can happen in shipping. So we're going to show you a pretty cheap and foolproof method here. Just took a little trip to Home Depot. Okay, here we are at our local Home Depot store. Looking at the zip ties first. Then we're going to pick a nice shipping tote. Make sure you bring your dimensions with you. Here we go. We're shipping a gear set. Boy, this 7-gallon one looks absolutely perfect. I think that's going to just fit right. Let's get some bubble wrap. I like the heavy duty type. It's a little stronger. And last, we're going to get our super high security fasteners. Again, this is kind of an overkill step, you'll see later. Let's check out, get back to the shop, and get to work. I'm gonna cut some cardboard to put in the bottom. Got everything laid out here. Let's do this. Okay, here we got a DB7 gear set. So first thing you want to do is look at it and say, that fork shaft and fork could come out. I'm going to take a zip tie here and I'm going to zip it up good. There's another one. Let's do the same thing here. Take a good old zip tie, put it around the fork shaft just to put some pressure on it. It's not super critical because the stuff's all going to be bagged anyway, but you want to get the stuff good and tight so it doesn't fall out. If you're real anal, you could snip the ends off, but it really doesn't matter. Okay, main drive gear. That could fall off. Let's take a zip tie too, put it around there. Here you actually want to leave the tail on there. Okay, we've got that all well zipped up, and of course we've inspected it before we're shipping it so we know that there was no damage to it. Take that. We happen to have these real nice heavy duty plastic bags here. You can use a garbage bag or what have you, anything you have handy. Get that in the bag like so. Wrap that up real good. You can take yourself a little clear packing tape. You can use duct tape, electrical tape, masking tape, whatever. But just kind of get it good and steady in there. Now, I just took a trip to Home Depot and got one of these nice little 7-gallon totes. This just happens to be just the perfect size for shipping a gear set. A few things about these. It's way stronger than a cardboard box. It's reusable, it's secure, and oh look, it's even made in the USA. And we like that. Kudos to Home Depot. Take your tote, take your lid off. Now I've went ahead and cut some heavy duty cardboard. I like to use maybe a layer of 2 pieces in the bottom just because. So you're gonna take that cardboard, stick it in your box, just to give it a little extra protection. Bubble wrap. I like the extra heavy duty kind, just because it's a little stronger. You can use what you have. You can use old t-shirts if you want. I mean, a bath towel, a blanket, a comforter, whatever. But bubble wrap is pretty easy to get. Again, let's see. What do you think? Maybe that much? Now, of course, you want to cover all surfaces. Let's get a couple wraps around it. Here. You're going to want to protect that trap door real good. There. Over here. Over the end of the main shaft. Another piece around the trap door. You get the idea. Friendly tape gun. Bada bing. Okay, maybe a little on the end here just for good luck. In fact, you know what? Here, let's go all the way around. Nicey nice. Okay, now you're going to simply take this, put it in your tote. Oh look, it just happens to fit perfect. Then you're going to either want to take, again, some rags. Now, of course, you're paying for shipping by weight, so I don't want to make it heavier than it has to be. I take newspaper, and just like so, you want to really get it packed in there nice, so it can't shift around and stuff. We'll give it a little shake test when we're done. But you get the idea. This is a great place to use that old Christmas wrapping tape too. That what the hell am I going to do with this? Okay, once you got it packed, you'll see that this lid snaps on nice and tight. And look, passes the shake test. I don't hear any action in there. So, one bad thing about these totes, and the only bad thing about them, is you'll never get a UPS label to stick to this kind of plastic. So, I've got another piece of cardboard here. It just happens to fit in there like that. You could take I got a 1/4-inch drill bit here. You can use anything, but I'm gonna do like so. Let's put a hole there. Let's put a hole there. Let's put one there. One there. Let's see. Don't hurt yourself while you do this, please. I should have said that. And of course, you should be wearing safety glasses. Again, now you take your friendly zip ties through that hole like so. Okay. So now you got a nice surface to clearly write whatever information you need on here. Say it's an RGA number or customer attention, whatever. Put your UPS label on there and you're good to go. But how do we get this really good and secure? So you get this on here like that. You'll see it even has these nifty slots that come with it. Now these are the super heavy duty monster zip ties. These things are strong. I mean, I was actually handcuffed with one of these once, but that's a story for another day. So let's go ahead and zip these on there. You don't have to use these super heavy duty ones. I'm just super paranoid. So that's what I'm gonna do. Then I'll go ahead and snap the excess off. Now, one more thing you can do again, like I said, I'm super paranoid. I'm gonna take my same 1/4-inch drill and I'm gonna go ahead, right in these corners about, I'm gonna drill 4 1/4-inch holes in there. I got some 1/4-20 slot head screws. These are basically like shelf screws. Put them through the hole. I got a flat washer here. Stay. Here, let's do this. There you go. Put the nut on there. You could hold that with a pair of pliers if you want. I mean, if you're really, really super duper paranoid, you could even use nylock nuts on there. But so, once you got everything secure, and again, you want to look it over real good. We got our flat surface there. We got some screws there. We got all our zip ties in place. We'll give it another shake test. Man, that's good and secure. Okay, you're going to take your shipping label, which has whatever information you might need on there. You got a nice place to stick it on there, and it's going to make it to wherever it's got to go trouble-free. Thank you for watching.